Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've ever worked in Figma, you might have run into a common little headache. The shadows or glow effects on your elements get cropped, or something in your design looks like it's overflowing weirdly, but you can't see the full effect. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to fix cropped shadows or overflowing elements in Figma, step by step. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know not just how to solve this issue in seconds, but also why it happens, so you can handle it with confidence in any project. Alright, let's jump right in. First, open up Figma. This can be your own project or you can follow along with a new file, whatever you're comfortable with. For demonstration, I'm going to use a super simple example. A button with auto layout applied. If you've never used auto layout before, don't worry, it's just a Figma feature that helps elements dynamically resize and space out. Think of it like having invisible helpers making sure everything's neat and flexible. Now, to understand what's actually going on with cropped shadows, first let's create a sample button. Just draw a rectangle, add some text, and then with both selected, hit the auto layout option from the right sidebar. You'll notice things snap together and spacing looks nice and even. Here's the kicker. Let's add a drop shadow to this button so it really pops like you often want in a design. Looks great, right? But sometimes that shadow gets mysteriously cut off along the edges. The dramatic glow you worked so hard on is just missing. So what happens here? Well, Figma has a setting called Clip Content within frames and auto layouts. When clip content is checked, Figma only shows what fits strictly inside the boundaries of that container. Anything like a shadow or an overflowing object gets trimmed away, almost like cropping a photo down to a smaller frame. Handy in some cases, but it can be a real pain when you want to see effects that purposely spill out. To really demonstrate this, let's duplicate our button. Just select it and hit Command or Ctrl+D, and now you've got two identical buttons, both with auto layout applied. For this example, let's make sure both of these have clip content checked. You'll find that in the right sidebar under the frame settings for each. Now, shadows on both buttons should be cropped, and you'll see only the parts contained inside each button boundary. Here, where the culprit becomes clear. Let's take these two buttons, select them both, and wrap them in another auto layout. For that, just hit Shift+A with both selected. This groups them together and makes them even more flexible as a group, which is great for aligning things in your design. But watch what happens when you check clip content on this parent auto layout too. Suddenly, the shadows from the buttons inside are also getting cropped by this outer container. It's like nesting boxes inside each other and only seeing what's strictly inside the outermost box. Now for the fix, and trust me, it's as easy as it gets. All you have to do is uncheck clip content on the parent auto layout or the container that's cutting off your shadows. Just click to deselect that checkbox in the sidebar and voila, the full shadow reappears around your buttons. No more mysterious cropping. The elements now look crisp and visually correct, just the way you designed them. If you get stuck or things don't look right, don't stress out. Sometimes it takes a couple tries to figure out exactly which frame or auto layout is trimming your effect. Just work your way up the layers in the sidebar, uncheck clip content one at a time, and you'll quickly spot the issue. And that's all you need. With this little trick, you can control exactly how your designs appear in Figma and make sure your buttons, cards, or any component with effects look professional and finished. If you found this tutorial helpful, hit that like button, and don't forget to leave any questions or your own tips in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you use auto layout in your projects. And if you want more Figma tips and design tutorials, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.